Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we will see how we can use finally block in PHP. So first of all we will see what is finally block. So basically when we are doing exception handling in PHP, we have a way to deal with exceptions, like we use try and catch block. So what actually is done, so basic syntax, let me show you. Basic syntax is this. So what is done in this try block, we will put some basic code in this block, and if any exception occurs in this block, this will be our main code. If any exception occurs in this try block, then it will be caught here by using exception, and exception is stored in a variable $e. So if anything occurs, if any exception occurs here in the try block, it will be caught here. And what we'll be doing here, we will be echoing that exception here in the exception block. Echo, and we will be doing $e and get message. So that's what it is, $e get message. So this will be exception. So let me concatenate a string here to make it more clear. Exception is this. So what is finally here? Oh, okay, suppose we have try and catch block and some piece of code we want to execute every time, whether there will be any exception or not. So this code will be executed in finally block. So this code will be executed every time regardless of whether any exception occur or not. Okay, so this is the main purpose of finally block. Basically we use this finally block in the cleanup activities where we want to perform any type of cleanup, like if any exception occur or not, we want to close the database connections, or we want to end the sessions, or anything, we want to clean up the files, anything. So this is the main purpose of it. When we want to perform cleanup activities, you put that code, cleanup code, in the finally block. Okay, so I will be writing here echo finally block is executed. Finally block is executed. Okay, so after this, so we have to put some code in this try block. For the demo purpose, we have to put some code in this try block, and we have to make any exception here, and then exception occurred, then this will be executed, and after everything, finally block will be executed. So what I'm doing here, let me create a function here. Yes, so what we'll do, let me create a function here in which we will be executing our try catch block. So function, let me create a divide function, divide, and in this divide function we will be getting a numerator or denominator. Numerator as I will be saying num, and denominator as den. So in this function we will be putting our try catch block, yes, and I'm saying that in the try block, I'm saying that if denominator is 0, then it will throw a new exception. It will throw a new exception that denominator cannot be 0. And denominator cannot be 0, it said that. And after this, if our code passes this check, then we have a result of this division. We said dollar result is equals to numerator by denominator, and we will be echoing our result. Echo dollar result, and let me concatenate a string here. Result is yes. So here we will put a dot. Result is this. So let me call this function and provide. First, we will create an exception, and then we will see that how code execute without any type of exception. So divide. I will be dividing 10 by 2, and let's run this file here. If we run this, then it says result is 5, and finally, and we can see that the finally block is executed. So this is the code without the exception. So you can see that exception has not occurred, and it says that result is 5. So it has given us a result, and there is no exception, so code did not go to the catch block, and it directly went to the finally block. Says finally block is executed. So if we make an exception here, that if we make the denominator as 0, so we will see that when we refresh it, we see that exception is denominator cannot be 0, and still finally block is executed. So it says denominator cannot be 0, and still finally block is executed. So we see that the finally block is executed no matter what exception occurs or not. So this is the purpose of finally block. Thanks for watching this video.